long, long months. We're so excited to have you back. Sorry we're ticketing. I promise we are doing our best to be free to attend very, very soon. Bear with us. We do have a lot of special guests here tonight, and three behind me in particular. I do want to bring up your Queensborough president, Donovan Richards. This man is everywhere and really taking to heart his duties as an elected. And so he just told me on the way here, his mission is really to represent everyone in Queens and also New York. So that's kind of a similar mission to ours. So very welcome to have, very huge pleasure to have you, Donovan Richards, Queensborough president. Thank you.
Whose world is this?
Give it up for John.
It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
We've had such
It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this?
story is so apparent. We are alive, we are back, and I want to thank John for bringing all of us together. You know, when we talk about diversity, our diversity in Queens, we understand that our diversity is our strength. 200 countries represented in Queens County, 350 languages spoken in Queens County, and it is reflected today at the Queens Night Market. So give yourselves a round of applause. And let's give John a round of applause. And of course, it's always great to see Mayor de Blasio in Queens. He's missing his New York Mets hat today, but we urge him to put his cap on. The Red Sox don't fly here. But it is great, truly, to be back, to see all of our vendors, and I urge you to spend your money in Queens to continue to support our Queens small businesses. They've had a tough year, and we're going to need to make sure that we can bring all of our vendors back and make our economy stronger. And I want to start tonight, I don't want to be long, because I want y'all to eat, drink, and spend your money. And I'm going to ask you to bring up a special little surprise, John, that I have for you, John. This is my other John here. And I will read this as I declare a special day here in Queens. Whereas the Queens Night Market was established in 2015 by John Wang, a Yale Law and Business School graduate who left his job at a corporate law firm to pursue his dream of creating a market that replicated the night markets he experienced in Taiwan. And I've been to the Taiwanese night market myself, and it is amazing. Whereas the Queens Night Market is a large, family-friendly, open-air market in Flushing, Meadows-Corona Park in Queens that features cultural performances along with up to 100 independent vendors selling food, and we got to continue to support our street vendors across Queens, merchandise and art that celebrate the rich diversity and heritage of Queens. And whereas during its first 5 seasons of operation, the Queens Night Market averaged nearly 15,000 visitors each evening and welcomed more than 1 million, that's right, baby, you got it right, 1 million visitors in total. And whereas the temporary closure of the Queens Night Market in 2020 due to COVID-19 was a major blow to the participating small businesses and entrepreneurs, it was deeply disappointing, but we're back today. And whereas, no offense to the mayor, the people of Queens are very pleased and excited that the Queens Night Market will be back bigger and better than ever on Saturday evenings in 2021. And whereas, on behalf of the nearly 2.4 million residents of Queens, the world's borough, we deeply thank John Wang and all those involved with the Queens Night Market for bringing us a festive celebration of our borough's diversity that is a wonderful addition to the cultural and culinary landscape of Queens. So don't worry about your waist size today, eat up. Now therefore, I, Donovan Richards, President of the Borough of Queens and the City of New York, do hereby proclaim Saturday, you hear this, Mayor? June 19, 2021, as Queens Night Market Day in Queens in recognition of the opening of Queens Night Market 2021 season. Congratulations, John. Oh, got my Southeast Queens
Okay, great. Thank you for this. Thank you, everyone that's here. Really appreciate it. I did not know Queens Night Market Day exists at night. It's kind of awkward. Night Market night. But anyway, here we go. I do have another special guest I'd like to introduce. And thanks for the proclamation. We also have something to give you in a second. So I want to introduce the Commissioner Doris from the SBS. The pandemic has been brutal on small businesses, as he would probably attest better than anyone. We do our best here to lift up and level the playing field for small businesses, and I'm sure Commissioner Doris is doing just the same. So please say a few words.
Thank you, John. Hi, everybody. What's the crowd? Hey, everybody. Queens Night Market Night. Not day, right? Okay. Day market, night market. All right. I am excited, as you can see, to be here because right out here we have about 70 small businesses who are relying on you and me to help them to get through this crisis. And this is a great opportunity for us to show support to our small businesses here in the city of New York, and specifically in my borough, Queens, because I'm excited about coming. Yes, that's right, my borough. Queens, where you at, Queens? Queens, stand up, Queens. We're so excited to be here. I want you to take your time and peruse all these businesses here and let them know that you are here to support them. Spend your money, yes, that's right, as much as you can. Don't go back home with anything. Leave it all here. You know why? Because they've been through a tough year, and they need us. And I want to thank John and everyone that really put this together to give a lifeline to small businesses. About 350 small businesses were started out of this project, and that's something to be commended. Thank you, John, for what you're doing. So my message is simple. Let's continue to support each other, support our small businesses, lift them up, go and shop small, shop your city, hashtag shop your city. Let me hear you. Shop your city. Again. Support them, let them know you're here. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Commissioner Doris. Really appreciate it. And I think we have one final guest speaker who I almost didn't let in because he makes me look pretty short, and I almost banned the photographers for a second. Mayor de Blasio has been actually somewhat helpful in the Queens Night Market, and it's true. Yeah, no, it's great. You can't say that about a lot of electeds. So his office has been helpful, and sometimes when I call, they call back. So. But it's great. It's an honor to have you. I know this is probably your first time. It might be your first time. Welcome. We are the best and first night market in New York City. So welcome. Please, love to have you address our audience.
Thank you very, very much. All right, I'm going to come over here. Everybody, I have an official announcement to make. Get ready. The Queens Night Market is back! And you are the lucky few to come here to start this off. So everyone tonight, you are making history, bringing the market back. And we need this market back because it represents the best of Queens and the best of New York City. Am I right? I want to give a special thanks, where did John go? John and Storm, who created this. We got to remember people who do something amazing that thousands and thousands of people benefit from and enjoy and make life in the city even better. thank John and Storm for everything they've done to create this beautiful market. We have very special entertainment this evening. She tried to be a journalist and decided DJing was a much better way forward. Her skills are exceptional, yes. You never will get laid off from being a DJ, okay? Everyone thank DJ Katie Honan. Queens. I don't know why she's wearing a shirt that says Queens Get the Money. Can you help me understand? Get the money? I just don't know. Okay, but I want everyone to spend your money. I want you to reach into your wallets tonight. Take the amount of money you thought you would spend at the Queens Night Market, double it or triple it, because we want these small businesses to come back. I want you to know that John and Storm, during the pandemic, did something absolutely beautiful and amazing. They made sure that our healthcare heroes were fed, that our EMTs and paramedics were fed. They went out and helped the people who helped us. And so we've got to thank them and thank all the small businesses here by really giving everything we've got to them. And I need you to tell your friends to come back and make the night market strong and beautiful and stronger than ever. Last thing I want to say, some people suggested that the pandemic would be too much for New York City and we wouldn't be able to come back. Some people, yes, who said that? I want to know names. I want names. Some people thought if New York City got knocked down, we would not get back up. Those people don't know New Yorkers, do they? So New York City right now is in the middle of the greatest comeback in our history. And it will be capped tonight by a victory at the Barclays Center for the Brooklyn Nets. And then they will go all the way to the NBA championship. You heard it here first. Hold it, there's a Bucks fan. Look, everyone. I want to instruct the crowd, mob the Bucks fan. No, we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do that to you. Peaceful, loving environment here. Peace and love, peace and love. All good. Someone follow him, though, okay? But everybody, it's simple as this. There is no stopping Queens. There's no stopping the Queens Night Market. And there's no stopping New York City. Thank you, DJ.
We're super excited to be back. New York City is on the rise, recovering. It's going to be amazing. I do want to plug briefly something because we're about to give copies of our award-winning cookbook, which just got an award. Yeah, I just won gold in a indie award series. If you don't know The World Eats Here, it's a profile in our chefs, which is collected by my wonderful, beautiful wife, Storm Garner, who is an oral historian. If you see this gentleman in the Adidas right there, his photography's doing double duty. He took amazing photographs in the book, and I think he's also signed copies. I do want to mention, before I bring Storm on, the night market is definitely not me, and it rests on the shoulders of all the vendors here, which is Storm's focus in writing the narratives in the book. And also there's so many volunteers that have passed through in the years. Some we've become great friends, still talk all the time, and the staff and all the vendors. It's a hugely collective effort, so the proclamation's really shouldn't be me, it should be Queens and all the people that make up this event. So I do want to ask Storm, she wants to say a few sentences about the book and the vendors.
Hi, so I've started a project a few years ago called the Queensland Market Vendor Stories Oral History Project, because I feel like the stories of the vendors are the most exciting thing about being here. It's amazing to taste all their food, but wouldn't it be great if you could sit down and learn a little bit about their life histories as well? So I've been collecting oral histories, sit-down long interviews over the years, and it's continuing how they've coped with the pandemic. Some have shuttered for a while, and some have come back in greater new ways. Anyway, some of those stories are very briefly touched on in the cookbook, so even if you don't want to cook big meals because we're New Yorkers, we're busy, you can read their stories and get a sense of who all these amazing people are and collectively why this becomes such a magical place, because all these life histories coming together in one spot. You could talk to anyone and learn so much. Thank you very much.
And she forgot to say signed copies are available at the info table. But we are going to give 3 copies to these gentlemen up here. I think they're under $50 value. I think we can accept them. Is that still the rule? Yeah, right, exactly. So.
All the lawyers. Otherwise, Katie will be writing.
I got it. Beautiful.